What's going on? Welcome to episode 6 of Games to Discover. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Becker, and with me is Mel. Mel, how the heck are you?
Uh, you know, okay, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm here,
you're
so good enough for that.
good enough for now. That's right. We took off last week. Um,
Because we forgot.
to, yeah, in case you didn't notice, too busy eating turkey. Or in my case, I didn't have any turkey. I had just some pizza, but
Ah, that's still good. I had pizza today, actually.
oh, now we're talking. Speaking of eating, what was the best thing you ate? I guess in the last 2 weeks.
I was gonna say turkey because, like, we actually did make it really good this year. It wasn't dry, I think, because turkey, it's easy to dry it out. But I had that for like I don't know 5 days in a row, so I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of thinking about turkey. So I remember something else that I ate. It was like from like I guess last week, but I'm gonna count it for this week because it's one of those things where like you had it before like earlier in life and you really enjoyed it, and then like you just got sick of it, and now I'm back to enjoying it. Like it's not making me sick anymore,
Oh
and that
wow.
is of all things, cinnamon toast crunch. So
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Cinnamon toast crunch.
because I liked it a lot as a kid, and then like when I got a little older, I was just like, this is making me sick to my stomach. And now I guess my stomach's like, you only live once,
You
so
know, you
make,
know
make,
what?
make
We've seen some things. Where, your stomach's been
we're giving you
around.
back the sugar, you know? We're giving you back the sugar, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cinnamon toast crunch. My favorite cereal, hands down. Cinnamon toast crunch. Golly. Now I'm gonna get some cinnamon toast crunch this week. I think. Um, I have Honey Nut Cheerios, right?
Mhm.
And the only reason I have Honey Nut Cheerios, we went to like BJ's whole. It's like Costco or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and we went there, and it was, I think it was like a month ago. Got like Frosted Flakes. And then I was like, all right, next time we go, I'm going to get Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We went, no Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So we got Honey Nut Cheerios. It was
I mean, that's
devastated.
still good. It's just, it's not like the same sugar taste and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
feeling.
That's the problem with, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's like one of those things. It's like, I guess anything really. If I think about it, I will, I'll be like, okay, I just eat a bowl, put it away. Otherwise, I'll pour a second bowl. Um,
It's
and
so
it
easy to do.
gets dangerous. But yeah, then the whole box is gone in 2 days.
And
um,
then another box of cereal,
that's
More
true.
cinnamon toast crunch. Have you
Just
tried
pour
the
the milk in.
French toast?
Just pour the milk in the
Open the
box.
box. Yeah,
Save
there
me
you
a
go.
trip. Yeah. Have I ever tried? Sorry, have I ever tried what?
The French toast version, because there's like
Oh,
there's French toast. I haven't tried that.
I
Have you tried
haven't.
that?
I haven't tried. I almost got it one time, and instead of getting it, I just got the regular one. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I can take the chance. What if I don't like it? Then I got to eat this whole box. I mean, I would have done it, but I, I guess when I had that option there, yeah, no, I thought about it, and then now I've also been thinking. My one friend told me, they really like these hot cocoa Hershey Kisses.
Really?
Yeah, I've
I don't know how
never
to make them.
never had them, but they're on the list. I'm gonna check them out. The same friend also told me, uh, I am feral for because I when I would eat turkey at Thanksgiving, I would just dip it in ketchup.
Oh no, no, you gotta no. I have to leave now. No, you can't be. You can't be. No, I'm like an anti-ketchup person, honestly.
Are you?
I
Oh
hate
yeah.
using it on poultry, fish. I can understand like a hamburger, like if it's not like a good hamburger, like a
Yeah,
fast food hamburger, that's fine. But like
fish,
if
huh?
I'm making my own, yeah, oh god,
I would. I don't. I would never even think. Like I know, like grandfather, one of my grandfathers, I had a bunch of them, but one, I don't, I guess not a bunch, but uh, uh, I didn't have a bunch. You know, I had a bunch if I needed to call out of school. But no, but I had three. But my one grandfather, the one that would eat like pickled pig's feet, right? He would
Yeah.
also um, drench his scrambled eggs in ketchup and mustard, and
Mm.
then eat it. And
I know a lot of people do the ketchup and eggs things, but I never heard mustard. So,
yeah, he would mix. He would pour it in there, pour it on top, the ketchup and the mustard, and then just stir it all up, and then eat the scrambled eggs like that. I remember one time he offered me like
oh
$20 to take a bite, and I refused. I was like,
good lord.
I was thinking
Well,
about how many action figures I could get with that, but I ended up just saying I can't do it. It can't.
um,
It can't be this.
because like in elementary school, like at lunchtime, there was this one kid in my class. He would get the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, and he would mix it all together, and then like he would just dunk anything on that plate of his. It could be like salad, it could be like meat, it could be like pizza. He was just dunking it in there and eating it. And
Mm.
like every time he came by me, he would just like take the biggest dunk of whatever he was eating with that nonsense
Oh yeah.
possible. Just like punch it in front of me. He's like, "Hey, Mel, you want some?" And I'm just like sick to my stomach. I was like, "Oh no, get away from me! Please no," all of that stuff. And I got in
Yeah.
trouble for like not eating my lunch then, but I was like, he made me sick. And like my teacher was like, he didn't make you sick. I was like, no, he did. He
This is on him. This
mixed
is
up all
on
this.
Timmy. Yeah.
Like I can't do it because like my lunch had like a rule. Like you had to eat a certain amount of your food to get like ice cream or like a popsicle after. And I always wanted the popsicle because we had like like those rainbow popsicles.
Oh yeah.
Like all like what 6 different colors, but like they were like the thick ones. It wasn't like the little bitty ones now. It was like the thick ones, and they were like 25 cents. So like of course I want to get one of those, but like every
Right.
time we did
Yeah.
that, I couldn't get it because that was just so disgusting to me. Like I can understand like one, maybe two, but all three of them, come on. I can't. Even to this day, I can't eat somebody like with somebody who's doing that. I can't do it. I have to leave the room to eat
Mm.
whatever I eat.
Mm. 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 What about do you? What about pizza? Do you dip your pizza in ranch?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, I never learned that until um I never even knew people did that. Like, I guess it's not a thing a lot of people do that I know of here in Philly. And um, my mother of my children, she's from California. She came here. Um, we met through MySpace, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so she came here, um, and so when she got here, she was like, we ordered pizza, and she's like, "Do you have any ranch?" I was like, "Yeah, but we're having pizza." And she's like, "Yeah, that's why I want to dip my pizza in it." Never before have I ever seen that. And then you go out, I went out to California for a little while,
Mm.
or anytime I go out to California now, and yeah, it's just ranch and pizza. It's just like they have it there. Um, but yeah, that was something new for me. Anyway, the best thing I eat is probably, um, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I
Okay,
have
Hank Hill.
have not had much of an appetite lately, so I haven't been eating much. Um,
Mm.
but probably the buffalo chicken stromboli. I I'm I tell you what
This.
I'll
I don't know why we even have this segment. It's gonna be that 95% of the time.
we really just have it so I can hear what you're eating. Um, I'm eating the same stuff. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that I mean, I make a really good omelet. That was good.
Mm.
Um, I guess I had some meatloaf, but
Oh, I'm actually a big meatloaf fan.
you
I
are or
don't.
aren't?
Yeah, I am. Because it always surprises people. It's like, oh, I just had like meatloaf. I was like, oh, you just had meatloaf. That's good. But like, no,
Yeah,
it's not.
I know
It's
some
like,
some people don't like meatloaf.
I don't know why. I'm a big meatloaf person, so I'll eat your leftover meatloaf. If you have
but still probably the buffalo chicken stromboli.
it. Surprising no one.
Per usual, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, the exactly. But you know what? When since I haven't had an appetite, I have been eating. I've been having a hard time trying to find a game that I want to play. Um, but I guess like not really sticking to any games has also given me time. I've been working on children's book. Did I tell you about that? The Halloween
Yeah, you
children's
did.
book. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But then, um, in terms of what I have been playing, I'm just gonna, you know what, games to discover. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I'm just
We went to the Stromboli to this.
yeah, this is it. This is my life now. Yeah. Um so Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I have not played much Call of Duty. Here's the thing, I do play quite a bit of like a bunch of the games that I do spend most of my time playing is like it used to be like Atomic Crops, but now it's games like Fortnite or Halo Infinite. My dad,
Mhm.
he's 70 and he plays it every day and he asks me to play with him. So we
Oh,
play
that's adorable.
Fortnite, or not Fortnite. Xbox had their year in review
Yeah.
and they're like, tell us, you can tell us what your game, they tell you what like your top three games are that you played. Number one for me this year, Halo Infinite.
There you
Um,
go.
yeah. And it also says for the Xbox, it says your um preference for cons your console preferred way to play is cloud. And so I played like 58 hours of the cloud gaming on Xbox, and I would,
Damn.
and then some on PC. But the PC is me playing through GeForce Now, which is more
That still counts as a cloud,
more cloud,
technically.
yeah. But they don't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
They're
Call
not
of
going into
Duty,
that.
I don't really have much to say about Call of Duty other than the fact that yeah, I've been playing Call of Duty. I'm really bad at it, and I do this thing, and I realized it, and I kind of like stopped playing after I did this, where a couple of my buddies were like, "Listen, this is my favorite gun." A couple of people were talking about it. They said it's their favorite gun. It was like
Mhm.
some SMG, right? I finally
Yeah.
unlock it. I got it, and I was like, I don't like this gun very much, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. But for like 3 days, I was really into Call of Duty. Because I got the um Game Pass Ultimate again, because both my boys want to play Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
and
that comes out soon. Yeah.
so they asked for it as like a part of their Christmas gift. So I got them like the 3 month thing, and so we all three of us have it, and they play it on the Xbox. I play it through the cloud. Um, but yeah, on Tuesday, Indiana Jones comes out. Well, Indiana Jones, I guess, technically comes out tonight if you want to pay an extra $30 to get it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I'll be playing it on Tuesday with the regular version is available, um,
Hmm.
and I'll talk about that next week. But yeah, Call of Duty, it they like changed up the movement. They changed up the movement in Call of Duty. They changed up the movement in Fortnite. You can do like wall jumps now, and like
No way.
yeah, I know. Tell me about it. One of these days, we're gonna have a games to discover in it. Mel's gonna be playing Fortnite with me. Um,
If they could let me unlock the costumes for free, the ones I actually want, it could happen. Because, like, I see Godzilla is coming, and
hmm.
I think that's just hilarious, and I would love to be Godzilla.
Wait, who's coming?
Godzilla, like, isn't
Oh
Godzilla,
yeah,
like,
Godzilla's
remakes
a
of the
part of this
time?
new season. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Godzilla, King
so yeah.
Kong. Yeah, both of them.
God damn it.
But
Godzilla, though.
yeah, Godzilla, he's in it. I mean, I got Peter Griffin. It,
I remember you grinding for him.
one thing that they do have that I know you would like because this is how you roll, is
Hmm.
if you get if you get the battle pass in Fortnite, you if you complete the battle pass, they give you enough V bucks to buy the next battle pass. So like they give you just as much money as it costs to get it. So if you buy it once, you can just keep doing it
Yeah,
over and over again to get the next one.
you just have to keep playing it to that
Yeah,
level.
that's
I'm
how they
guessing
get
it's
you.
like what? Yeah, like rank 99 or 100. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to.
it's like 100, and then you. I think last two seasons ago they were like, if you get to like 150, you get 150, you get an extra 500 V bucks, so it's like 1,500, even though it costs 1,000 to get it. Yeah,
That's not too bad. You get like half off the next one too.
yeah.
But
So they're
hmm,
slowly adding stuff, but yeah, Godzilla's a part of the season pass. He's in there. But anyway, yeah, I was playing Call of Duty. I did not play any of the story. I um just played the multiplayer, and then something about like the zombie mode. I just can't get into the zombie mode. I don't know what it is. Can't get into it. I could barely got into the game itself, you know. But
that's a shame because I really like the zombie mode stuff. Like you just slaughter in a whole bunch of non-stop enemies. I love modes
yeah,
like that.
I think the reason why I like the multiplayer, like the just regular multiplayer so much is there's this mode called Kill Confirmed, right?
Mm,
Where um you kill an enemy and you don't get a point for the kill, but they drop their dog tag right where they were standing. You pick that dog tag up and then you get the point. So even if I'm not getting kills, I can pick up my teammates' dog tags so that stop them from getting points. So I still
yeah,
feel like I'm doing something even though I'm dying, and it just something in my brain. It triggers when like as soon as you die, you can just hit the button to respawn. So like you're instantly back in it. I think that's probably why I like that so much. Um, and yeah, so there's that. Um, the I guess with that Game Pass, right?
yeah.
I also came another game that came out this week, or I guess a feature. Did I talk about this last time where they had Game Pass Ultimate now allows you to play games that you own?
I think you may have touched upon it. Or at
Okay,
least you told me one of the two.
yeah. So I have a couple of the games, including Baldur's Gate, because my buddy got Baldur's Gate and he bought the physical edition, but then they gave him like the deluxe edition content, right? And it was two codes, and he used the one code. He got the digital deluxe content. The other code didn't work, so he sent it to me, and it's like, here, try this code out, see what it sells you. And it was Baldur's Gate 3, the full game. So it gave me the full game. And so I was like, all right, that worked out. So yeah, I have that Baldur's Gate, and then Assassin's Creed Mirage. Ubisoft sent me a code for that, and so I was playing that. I'll tell you what. One thing I noticed playing through with GeForce Now and um, with Call of Duty, I was playing it on both Xbox because so since I'm playing on the cloud, on the web page I can just click the Xbox button on the web page for cloud gaming and join party chat. So I'll be party chatting with shout out to Prophecy and Wicked. I'll be party chatting with them, and then um, but I've been if we're playing a game together, I'm playing it through GeForce Now because um, just more like just lag spikes and like performance hitches playing a multiplayer game on Xbox Cloud Gaming for me than on GeForce Now. So um, I've been trying, just giving it a try.
Yeah, we're
Um,
not.
yeah. But in terms of games that I'm actually sticking with, I have put about 3 hours back into. So Nine Souls, when that came out on PC, I played it quite a bit on um, Steam Deck, and now it's out on Xbox. So I've been playing it through the cloud. Um, and yeah, I'm really enjoying that. That is like the 2D. It's like really nice looking 2D. Um, I don't know. I guess it's like a Souls like combat with like parrying and all that
It
stuff.
is like I would say it kind of reminds me of like Sekiro in its sense because you have to parry a lot of stuff. Because I also been experienced Nine Souls myself for
Oh
like the
yeah,
past week, and a half, whatever. Because it also came out on the Switch. It's also on Game Pass now, so if you have Game Pass, you can
yeah.
do
You can play it
the
on
entire thing.
PC
But
or
the
Xbox,
Xbox.
I believe, right? Yeah,
Yeah. So, because this was one of the titles I was really interested in, and it came out earlier this year. But with some of these indie titles, you have to wait for them to hit the other systems or to hit Game Pass itself because it's not always
right.
like a Game Pass day
Yeah,
one thing.
they'll hit PC first and then come to consoles a little bit later.
Yeah,
Um,
because it has like the skill tree thing. You can earn points and you can unlock different skills to get more moves for. I think he's called Yin. It's like YI or something like
yeah,
Yin, like something like that. Because it starts off with he's like in this village, and then he gets like transported to like this like underground like warehouse kind of thing. It's like a lot more sci-fi ish than I thought it was gonna be. 'Cause he doesn't seem like he's from like that timeline. It's like a different timeline, and you collect stuff. Like you gain like different abilities at a pretty reasonable pace. The story is pretty interesting. I like it. The art is really beautiful in motion. Like it doesn't really do the game justice when you see the pictures, and like it's still nice in the pictures.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, once you like look like sometimes I'll like see the game like moving in like you said, moving in motion. It looks so good and then I'll take a screenshot and I'll be like, "Well, that doesn't really represent how good it looks when you see it moving." Like especially like the intro, like with the stuff that's going on with that. And then also, it's like one of those games where if you die, you have to go back to where you died. Sometimes it's sitting on the ground, other times it's in your soul or spirits orbs that you picked up are in the enemy that killed you, so you have to kill that enemy to get it back. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought that was a pretty neat concept. It's just I don't know what determines what. Because sometimes like I end up dying by like an enemy, but it's like on the platform versus like the enemy itself.
yeah,
And a lot of the fights, even just like normal little enemy fights before you like level up your guy, they're like pretty like sweaty. They it can be pretty
right, yeah.
it can be pretty long.
Yeah, because you got one enemy trying to hit you with swords, and then another enemy with like a crossbow shooting at you from a distance, and you gotta like dodge them all, and then parry, um, and then as you level up and gain more abilities, you can like shoot the like parry the enemy shots back at them and stuff like that, and
There was also like one where it's like if you get injured, but like if you're like blocking enough, or like you're just like waiting for like in your health bar to fill back up from where you're injured. If you don't get hit again, it fills it back up. So
yeah,
that's no little thing, but it's like very slow. You gotta be really dodging, parrying, and all that stuff. And
yeah,
you do grow stronger with the skill tree stuff, and you do gain these points pretty reasonably fast. Because I think I'm kind of like almost halfway through this game, and I got like almost all the skill tree things unlocked. So
oh
besides
yeah,
like the story path ones, it seems, because you do get like ones where you can like backstab enemies and like almost KO, like instant KO 'em.
yeah.
You get ones where it's like you earn like a bow and arrow eventually, and that's like really good for range, obviously. Uh, Another thing I don't really like so far is like for these bigger boss enemies, like if you die, because I die a lot. So you have to go
Yeah,
through
so
like
do I.
the entire cutscene again, and you can't skip it, and that kills me. Because like any other time when you die, it loads up pretty fast. It's like, okay, here you go, go collect your little your money, your soul back again. Because like it's like a sort of Metrovania like thing. Because there's also like a hub you can go to, and like there's characters you can interact with. You can give them stuff. They upgrade your stuff. Like one guy, he upgrades like your health pipe because like you smoke like this little pipe to gain your health. He does that. There's also like this little boy. He's obviously gonna be something. I'm guessing to the ending because like at the start of the game, you go to his village, and he ends up joining along with you when it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
There's like these little chips you can turn in for extra money. You know, uh, it's a lot of stuff because there's some sections where you unlock the map. It's like, oh, I obviously can't do this. I have to come back later. It's Metroidvania in that sense. But it does feel more like, to me at least, it does feel more like a combat focused one because you're like constantly fighting something. And there's these little puzzles you can do. Like you have like this little I don't know if it's like a bird or like a butterfly, but like he like launches like this bird butterfly thing, and it can go between like these little cracks in the wall, and like it could hack stuff because you're constantly like hacking things. Like he's just like hacking like treasure chests. He's hacking like these little robots where you control or like to unlock like doors and stuff. Those it's really cool. Honestly, I'm liking it a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm actually kind of disappointed like this is not getting a little more recognition for like these MVU awards because like I know it doesn't really technically do anything new, but like everything it does well. Like I never feel like I'm really uh cheating out of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Um I agree. Yeah, it's like that little butterfly sprite looking thing that helps you like hack things. It kind of looks like, I don't know, like glows and is like super blue. And but yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like the Star Wars, like I don't know what it's called, but when she's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. It's like that kind of like
right, yeah.
transparency, I guess.
And you also kind of seem like you were some sort of like either assassin or in a league of assassins or something, and then like got taken out at the very beginning. Like that's the opening cutscene.
Yeah,
So
like his brain's just like halfway out. It's like a big chunk of
yeah,
him. I was like, that's a lot more gruesome than I thought it'd be. Because like he's like a little cat. There's like a lot of the characters like cats or like ape man. I think they called them, like the
yes,
human like people. So
right, yeah, and then the cutscene, like a lot of you like talking on with to someone on like an intercom, like an earpiece almost. It seems like, or to I don't know if it's telepathy, but I think you're talking to them like you have like some sort of chip or something in your head. I think that is lets you talk to these people, or you got
yeah,
just an earpiece.
that that comes up like semi often for like the story because the story is like it's there, but like when it's actually like there in your face, it takes like a minute or two just to lay it all out, and you're just like instantly fighting somebody because you know
Yeah,
that's how it goes. There is
and
no voice acting for you though, so you actually have to read. So I don't know if you're actually reading this stuff,
yeah. So I'm sure the story's good. I don't know, but no, um, I've been reading it, but trying to just because I want to know what's going on. So it's got me intrigued at least enough to do that. Um, and then the one thing I will say is the game has like at least has two options, like the normal mode and then an easy mode, like if you story mode I think it's called, if you're
yeah, it's called
mainly
story.
there to like for the story and kind of want to make your way through the game without feeling too punished, there's that as well. um but yeah.
I don't know exactly what happens in that. I'm assuming like you keep your money when you die, but I don't know if like the enemies are easier to beat, like bosses have like less phases or anything. Because I didn't pick that selection. I kind of wanted to.
Yeah,
honestly. But
especially
I
because
know,
before the game, before you got to play it, obviously the one thing a number of people talked about with the game was it being hard. So
yeah,
you want to make it
because
through your games.
I like challenging stuff. It's just this one does focus more on parrying. And honestly, I'm more of a dodger person. But like, you really want to parry in this one because like, if you can do that like flawlessly or like semi often, you can string up all these other combos and moves, and it's just like superb when you can do it. Because I can do it like every now and then. Like, I can't do it like constantly, but it feels so good and so much fun. It looks so cool, and because a lot of these bigger bosses, they do have multiple phases. So you get down the enemy bar of life, and it's like, oh, okay, it's done, and they fill back up again. You're like, oh man, here I go again. That type of thing. But I'm loving it. It's probably going to be up there at the end of the year stuff for me. If we do like a review for the end of the
Okay. Yeah.
year. Really like it.
Yeah. I think maybe we will do something for like at the well, maybe not the end of the year, at the beginning of the new cuz every once in a while somebody likes to be funny and release something,
Really good, like the last
January,
week.
you know, December 30th,
No,
Um
no.
like I think I remember can't remember if it was Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 2 came out like December 28th or something, or
Ah,
24th in Japan. Um I
none of
only
those.
I only know
How
cuz I
basic.
imported it. Of course I did, yeah. Uh
You're not gonna get it anyway, so.
yeah. That so the Japanese, like when I would import Japanese games, perfect for me. Um
Mm,
okay, so that, for anyone looking or keeping track, that is Nine Souls, SOLS, and that is out now on PC,
hey,
Switch, PlayStation, and
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, and it's on
Yeah,
Game Pass.
yeah, Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, at least try it out. And again, it has story mode, so if you don't feel too confident on your combat skills, you can at least try it out that way because it's still a pretty cool game.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see here. What else we got here? So yeah, that was Nine Souls. I was trying to look to see what games I played that I wanted to talk about, or which games I can talk about, because there's a couple games I played that are embargoed till I think next week.
Mm,
Completely stretchy, I believe, is embargoed until next week, but I'll talk about that then. Um,
okay.
I can mention I
Yeah.
played it, so there's that. December 12th it comes out, so yeah, that's a Steam game. But one that I have been playing and I can talk about and is out now on Steam is
Mm.
Anton Blast.
Oh, hey. See, okay. I was also supposed to be playing this, but the Switch date got randomly delayed, so I can only talk about the demo, but I can join in with this for a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the game starts off with the demo level, like one of I think the first level that you can play on the demo, or the
Yeah,
one of the two, and it just has like the two characters. Let me just explain. Anton Blast, it's like a 2D. What is it? Wario
Land.
Land 4. Was it 4 or
Yeah,
3?
it's four. It's
4.
four. He said four was the main inspiration. It
Yeah.
actually kind of looks like a GBA game, like the art style and everything.
Yeah, it looks like if the Game Boy Advance were to come out today, like this is what like the graphics, you know. If there was a sequel to the GBA, it would be this like modern GBA. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But yeah, Anton Blast is, I'll just read the description. It is a fast-paced, explosive action platformer that's all about destruction. You do a lot of exploding. You not only are you move, it is a lot about um, if you want to play through the levels again, you can get like improve your time. So what you do is you play through the level, collecting stuff along the way, and like unlocking paths. And then once you get to the end of the level, you like set off a bomb, and then you have like 3 minutes to get back, or 2 minutes. The time's different depending on the level,
Yeah.
um, but you have different amount of time to get back, and then you got to make it run all the way back through the level that um, you know, played before. And I used to like when games like this would come out, like on XBLA, like Meat Boy. I played so much Meat Boy, I loved it, and now I play this game, and it almost gives me like anxiety just because of like how fast I gotta go. But at the same time, I'm really enjoying it. I the other it's kind of like what's called kind of does the same thing. Pizza Tower,
Yeah,
but
I knew we couldn't get through this segment without mentioning Pizza Tower, so I'm just gonna ask for all the people out there. Since I know you play Pizza Tower, right?
yeah.
You also play that one.
hmm
Okay, so what do you know? Like, do you notice like any differences between the two of these games?
Do I notice any differences?
Like gameplay differences,
Uh,
because like a lot of people like Pizza Tower. Like, is this just more like Pizza Tower, or is it slightly different? You know, type of
oh,
thing.
oh yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Pizza Tower, but this one has been in development for like years before I think Pizza Tower even got announced.
Yeah, because
Um,
I remember showing you this, and we've been waiting for it for a hot minute.
yeah.
But that's how it be.
But yeah, that not only that, but then it's like Steam and Switch, and I think the reason why he's bringing it to Switch is because he just wanted to have one of his games on Nintendo Switch, on a
Well,
Nintendo platform.
I think it's really smart because obviously, like out of the other systems, not counting PC, that's going to be like the majority of his audience is most likely going to be in there because this is like Royal Land for. Like I was playing the demo last night, and I was just like, man, this is like Royal Land, and I've been missing Royal Land, but I didn't realize how much I was missing it until I played this demo last night.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Wario Land, like all of the Wario Land games, but then this one too. Since like this and um, Pizza Tower are out, like it almost makes me want to go back and play Wario Land 4. Um, will I? Probably not. But
It's probably gonna drop like on the NOS like 3 years from now.
yeah, that's true. It'll be out there. It'll be like right after the launch of some major game on the Switch too, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, remember how I said I was gonna play that? Not today." But yeah, this game is, even though it does like stress me out, I still am really enjoying my time with it. And not only that, but then so they have the levels, they have bosses, and then on top of that, there was a level um, that is like you in a ring fighting somebody, just using the abilities that you can do. You have a big hammer you can do. You can do a ground pound. You can jump. You can hit the hammer on the ground to bounce yourself up in the air. And the enemy that you're fighting kind of has like similar moves as you. Um, but then what happens is you're in a wrestling ring, so you bounce off the ropes to get more speed to hit him. And
Oh,
then
that's so cool.
you need to like hit him like 6 times before he hits you the three that you have, because I think you have three or four
You have
cards.
three. At
Yeah,
least
three.
at least more than I had because like
Yeah.
the life is cards, and then you collect like these poker chips for I guess score, and then there's like these cassette tapes I think you can find doing the ones.
Yeah,
And
there's like 4 or 5 collectibles in each level, and yeah, and then they also keep track of like how long it took you to beat it, and then you can like play through it again to beat the level at a higher time. And
oh
yeah,
yeah, 'cause I'm sure like the grading scale kind of thing comes at the end for the ending because I think in like the past Warland games, like you have like a different like treasure loot or something, like the better the score you got, that type of thing. But I'm really liking this. It's really animated a lot. Uh, like it's so zany, It's like one of those like old cartoons, like when they like something falls on top of their head, you get like the loud over the top animations. You know, it's like the eyes are popping out of the heads. You know, it's like the flash motions
Yeah.
around the words. You know, it rumbles a lot though, man. Like because it is about destruction. So like when you're like destroying like these blocks or these towers or like levels or whatever, it's just like because like the demo level I played, there was like one of them was like you had to collect like these 5 switches, and like whenever you hit like one of these switches, like it got rid of those types of blocks, and they were like cards, spades. You know, it's like the suits of the cards.
Yeah.
So whenever one of those went off, man, my switch was just like nonstop rumbling for like I don't know, like 30 seconds. You know,
Snake pass all over again, you know? It,
I know,
but
but
yeah.
I'm
It's a,
liking it. I haven't tried the other character. I only tried Anton. I haven't tried Annie, so I don't know if Annie
oh,
does
yeah.
things different.
I think
But
she has the
I
exact
didn't.
same move set from what because
It's
I
just
played her
man.
on the Switch, yeah, on the demo, and she seemed to be, to me, it felt the same, um, just like a different characters that they had in there. I don't know.
Because
I'll have to play her again to see if she does
okay,
play different.
because I had 2 levels in my demo, and I played those. I don't know, like 3 times each. You know,
Yeah.
I was just having a blast with it. Because like once you can really string along stuff, and you know like the pattern of the level, you
Oh
just
yeah.
go so fast, and it feels so good. Because he actually does move faster than I thought he would.
Yeah. He
Because there was
moves.
just like some moments where I just oversped some stuff. You know.
Yeah, he moves really well. And then not only that, but then also just like you said, when you play through the same level multiple times, like the flow state that you can get in, even playing it one time, like after getting a feel for, okay, when I see this thing approaching, I need to jump and do this and do that, and then you're jumping in the background, then the foreground.
Oh yeah, that's so cool too. I forgot to mention that because
Yeah,
you do that semi often. And there's like some of these enemies where you can do the hammer move and you can bounce off and you can like jump off of them, and that just shoots you way up. You know, it just
yeah,
saves you a lot of time.
and you need to do it to get secret areas that otherwise you'll just miss it and have to do it again.
Yeah,
Um, and then you get like the Donkey Kong barrels that you can jump in, and they kind of explode you to other sections. Um, and
and it
then
does seem like he can turn into stuff because like if you go down like a slope, he turns into like a bowling ball, and
yeah,
like that's like the only way you can pass by those bowling pins. So I'm guessing in the full game he can turn into a bunch of little stuff like that. And I like little different modes of
yeah,
abilities, I guess.
yeah. And there was even some areas where you're like in, they kind of do like that silhouette thing where it's like everything's black, like you're black, like the shadow, and then you just
Oh
see
yeah,
the color in the background. And then there's
love
also
those.
like a sort of a like a rocket that you ride, and it's kind of like you ride that around and blow stuff up, and then like dodging stuff, and you got to make sure it can ride, like if there's water streaming shooting up or dripping down, you can jump and then attach to that with your little bike and then like ride the water wave up or down, and then you need to do that and like do it all quickly. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. AntonBlast, it ended up coming out at the end of the year, but ended up being a game that, even though it does stress me out, I'm still really enjoying my time with it, and I want to play it a lot more. So I'll probably be
I
playing
will,
it some more.
I will say that I typically don't like when you have to go back to the start levels, you
Yeah,
know, like
neither do
the
I. Yeah.
countdown and stuff. Uh, I haven't felt stress yet for that, but I know I only played like 2 levels. So
Right.
when I get
Yeah.
the full game, because I'm very interested in the full game. I was only slightly interested before, but now I'm like heavily interested because yeah, I played the demo. I had fun with it. I'm delayed a little bit because I guess something happened with the Switch version, but it does seem like
Yeah.
it's gonna still be this month. So because they
Cause
already
yeah, they
released the
did
date.
say it got approved. Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be fine for this month. I'll probably pick it up. Probably one of the last things I pick up for the year. Really enjoying it. super fun. You know,
Yeah.
kind of blast.
Anton Blast. It's on Steam, coming to Switch. Even though it's not out on Switch right now, you can download the demo on Switch, and then the demo is no longer on Steam, but it is on the Switch. So if you want to check the demo out, I would suggest heading over there. Um,
Yeah, because it gives a good feel for the game, even if it's only those two levels.
right. Yeah.
Because there's like an easier level and then there's like a harder level. But to me, the harder level wasn't like that much harder, but like it did introduce a little bit more of different mechanics. So I think it was important to have that in the demo, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. Um, okay. Then I'm gonna dive into another game that I've been playing. I got this game thanks to uh, a friend, like the cloud or Steam family share.
Ooh,
Yeah. It's a game called Luma Island. Luma Island. This is kind of like um, Go. All right, I'll just read it. Luma Island. Travel to Luma Island to go on an epic adventure by yourself or with friends and family. Build your dream farm, monster um, professions. Yeah, there is master professions, not monster. Master. So you get jobs, right, through in this
yeah.
game, and collect magical lumas, find treasures, and unravel the mysteries of the island. So this looks like we were talking about the other game, Anton Blast, looking like game that you might see on um, a game you might end up seeing on like the GBA modern Game Boy game, advanced game. This looks like a modern day DS game, and
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
it's a lot of fun. You have different jobs that you can get, and then the different things that you do in the game and um, in the world, like your farming and building stuff and crafting things, and your favorite. Um,
Oh, yeah, obviously.
and so you're doing all this, right? And then also there's like caves thing that you can go down, and different areas that you can go to explore and take on enemies and like get pieces and parts from the like spiders and different bugs that you're killing to bring back and then use them for potions and things like that. And you're doing a lot of fishing, in the one you do like. But yeah,
I do like the fishing.
yeah, this is like um, one thing I will also like about the game. There's no stamina, right? You can get chests to like build them, but you don't need them because you there's no real limit to how many items you can carry. So you're not bogged down by that. You're not bogged down by the stamina. I believe if you die, there's not much of a penalty if you do die. And then they say you can carry Lumas around with you, which some of them are just like little pets, and then they'll like help you with various things. You can pet them. They give you items that you can then use to craft more things. And yeah, Luma Island, it's out now on Steam, and I was able to play that. I played the demo and then played the full game, and yeah, Loom Island, I'm really enjoying it. Um, it is a lot of fun. I don't know if um, no plans yet. I don't know. They said that they would like to bring it to consoles, but they don't have any firm plans or dates. They want to like get this one where they want it to be before they bring
That
it
makes
to
sense.
consoles. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. When it does come to consoles, I will be there and ready to um, play it there too, wherever whatever system it comes to. I don't think it will come, even though it looks like you know a modern DS game. It does um, use quite a bit of uh, it's a bit of a resource hog in terms of running it. Just I don't know
Yeah.
what it is that's causing that, but either way, yeah, that is Luma Island. It is 1999. It is out now on Steam, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
It doesn't sound too bad, you know? At least I like the look of it. Because I like those throwbacks of, like the old, like, DS look, you know?
Yeah,
They're kind of
exactly.
goofy, but, you know, I do like the appearance. And it's kind of hard to emulate that stuff now because it does take a lot to actually produce that look and have it be stable and stuff. So I get it, you know. You know.
What
All
about
right.
you? Have you? Is there anything else you've been playing?
Okay. So I played a couple of things, but honestly, I just want to keep playing Pegman because I've been playing Peglin a lot.
Pikmin one.
No, Peglin.
Oh, Peglin. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Peglin. You know, because I'm not big into the roguelike stuff. Usually, you find one for me, and I'll try it and be like, okay, I actually
Oh
do
yeah.
like this one, and that's it.
Hades. I got you into Hades.
You did. That was just like me for like 3 months, just that one game. You know?
And now it's Peglin.
It was Hades and Vampire Survivors. Now Peglin.
Oh yeah.
Now that's my drug of choice, I guess to say, because it's a different every time you play it. So like the first couple rounds, I tend to have a problem with making a game plan. I'm following the game plan. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this skill to further this other skill. I'm gonna stack them. I'm gonna be golden. But then like, I just run into like the stages where it's like, oh, this one's not popping up. You did the wrong thing. You should have did this move instead. Because that's my main problem with these games. Is just making the wrong choice. And I don't feel like I'm making the wrong choice at the time. But when I get to like some of these boss fights, because there's like this one boss fight in the second world. I showed up, I had 6 health, and like the guy had like 7,000. Obviously, like I'm not doing that. That's not happening here. But
Yeah.
I do, I do like the idea of Peglin because it's just like Peggle. You just playing Peggle, and you have like these little enemy guys you have to defeat, and you do get like different little balls, and each ball has like a different variable type, and you can do like the fire one where it has like the flames and like it hits the flames, but you get like injured, so yeah, that's like the payoff. And then you can upgrade the balls, you can heal yourself, you can get like these relics after a certain number of stages, or like if you beat like a mini boss or something, like a mini boss.
Yeah.
And I found like a combination I really like, and I like exploding the bombs because like there's these little bombs in some of the stages, and I would get like the ones where it's like this one's gonna target only the bombs or like only like the refreshes or like the critical hits. Because like you have to like angle everything to where it's like you have your best move like in one attack, and because like in the later stages it's like there's a bunch of enemies at once and they just keep flooding in and flooding in because it doesn't matter if like your screen at top is filled of enemies. If there's like more enemies on like the little square at the bottom, they're still gonna show up. If there's like an inch of space, and yeah, I been enjoying it because I actually got a complete run. I did like one final I did like the entire thing. Took me like 10 tries, which is not too bad for someone like myself who make the wrong choices in these types of games. And it's a lot of fun because I like Peggle itself. It's been a while since I played Peggle, but it's just taking Peggle and making it even more fun. Because there's just
Right.
like these
Because
certain types of balls, and they have different abilities. Like sometimes it's like this one can become like a 10 times multiplier and that stuff. So you really try to angle it, or it's like, hey, do I want to refresh the board now or wait until next move? You have to think about all these things while you're doing it. It's a lot more complicated than you actually think it would be.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you know, uh term they got the it's kind of almost like a Head Gold meets like a turn-based RPG kind of, because you go into this battle and they show the enemies and they slowly creep towards you with after each ball that you use, and you kind of gotta like
Mm.
take them out. And yeah, I enjoy my time with it as well. I haven't played much of it recently. I played it when it first came to Switch.
Which was like in April, believe it or not. I thought it was like not that old, but it was actually that old. So I finally tried it, loving it. You know, it's I'm probably gonna put way too much time into that thing because there's also like these little achievements you can get, and like I got like some of these crazy ones already where it's like I did the exact number of damage over like you need to like hit like the your enemy, or I only did like one damage because like sometimes I bounce the ball off the wall wrong and it just hits into the pit, you know, it doesn't get anything. Because you don't always want to do like a refresh the board whenever you can. You want to refresh it at certain moments because you know sometimes some of these enemies are popping up later, and you don't want to waste like your 700 power move like on like the enemy that's like 15 points. You know, you want to like save that kind of stuff for later, but sometimes you can't. But you know,
Yeah,
you have to kind of judge to where you can get stuff. And there's also other little things you can unlock that can help you with that stuff too. Because there's like one where it actually shows you the path of where your ball is going to bounce a little better if you can unlock it. You know, again, just upgrading your balls and stuff too. It helps. Yeah, I'm just really liking it. And it seems like every world and boss has like two bosses you can get. So I only beat like one set of the bosses, and like the final boss I did beat was like this really cool like cube guy. It's like four different of the sides of the cubes, and like he's just like attacking with all the faces. And since I had like all the bomb stuff going off, I had like 7 bombs like times like the second power. You know, I was doing like 3,000 like 500 damage for just like dropping all these bombs on him. And you can unlock different characters. I haven't been able to done that yet. It tells you how to do them. It's just I haven't been able to pull it off in a round of it, I guess. But I'm sure I'll be playing this more in the meantime. I just like it.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, enjoyable game. It was a game that I kept thinking about getting on Steam over and over and over again, and I would like it would go on sale, but it would go on sale. I'd be like, maybe I'll wait because I know as soon as I get it, it's gonna come to Switch, and then it came to Switch, and I got it, and yeah, I was like, okay, here I am, I'm here now.
Yeah, because it was one of those indie world drops, and I almost got it that day, but I waited a little bit later. You know,
Yeah,
I'm glad I did in some senses of the word, but yeah, just really
yeah,
like it.
yeah. I really enjoyed it, and it was a game that now, just listening to you talk about it, I kind of want to go back to it. But yeah, right as of right now, it is out on Steam and PC and Switch. And
It's also on Apple Arcade, I think. Well, maybe not Apple Arcade itself, but like it's at least on Apple. Because I
oh,
did see an ad for it the other day. I guess the you know, Apple overlords are over here and we talk about it. So I got that pushed, I guess, to my phone.
yeah, it is on. It says it's on um, mobile, iOS, and Android too.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
because
so
it's kind of a good little phone game. I imagine, especially if you have these bigger phones, you can really angle and shoot more stuff. I guess at a better pace, especially like Galaxy phone that
oh yeah,
like that
or
flip
like an
phone.
iPad or
Jesus.
something. And yeah,
Yeah,
good old
like
flip phone.
I saw
Yeah.
that. That thing is like two of my phones like put together just when you unflip it, you know? And I think you can actually, when it's flipped, I think you can actually use that screen. So you can have like a little mini cube thing for some of the
Uh,
apps. I don't know if it works for all the apps, but I think that's kind of neat, you know?
Yeah, that is neat.
I wouldn't get it, but it's way too big, you know.
Yeah, 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 exactly. But yeah, Peglin. I mean,
Hey, look,
it's another game to discover because I mean, there's a lot of games out there now, and December is kind of like usually a slow month for games. So when it comes to December, I like to go back and play games that I haven't played, or like
in a bit.
might have missed out on, or went without. Um,
It's a good like hidden gems month kind of thing. You look for like the stuff you kind of missed earlier in the year or like years prior, and you just
yeah.
kind of use it to fill time before like the new stuff comes out. Because like the early months lately have been pretty good for us.
Whew, I'll tell you what. Yeah, January, February of next year is going to be wild. Like we got, um, I don't even care about anything else. We got Monster Hunter Wilds.
I know that was gonna be yours.
Oh golly, yeah. Um, and then whatever else. I mean, I think there's like a 3 week period where there's like 8 games or something crazy like that. We got the Yakuza,
Yeah,
um,
it's
pirate one.
like like the pirate one is like with like three other games on that same day. It's just insane.
Yeah, yeah. We got that. Um, we have that. We also have like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Not neither one of us are going to play it, but then also I
Yeah,
think
a lot of people are into it.
we're not, yeah, but that won't be us. But I think also like Civ 7 comes out early in the year, February 11th, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
And believe it or not, that I believe I'm going to just say it. I could be wrong, but wouldn't be the first time. That's like the first civilization, like because Civilization 6 sold so well on the Switch that they made sure Civilization, this is the first game on the Switch day one. And
Mm.
yeah,
I did see the report the other day. They were like, "Oh, we're actually surprised it sold this much."
yeah, exactly. And then we also have like the Suikoden 1 and 2. Oh, that's in March. But that
I think,
HD.
yeah, I think Dragon Quest One C is supposed to be early next year too. The HD ones
Oh
because we
yeah.
just got three. like what 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that's doing really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. So we got Civ 7, February 11th. Then we got Assassin's Creed Shadows, whatever you think of that. That's coming out
No,
Valentine's Day.
okay.
That'll be a great game to play with loved ones. February 18th is Avowed. Um, and then we got Monster Hunter coming out February 28th. Monster Hunter Wilds. Um,
Yeah.
and then January, we also there's a game I'm really looking forward to playing, and I can't like Dynasty Warriors Origins. I don't know what it is. I really like Muso games.
Those are fun though. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Like I
Uh
can't
huh.
deny that.
That's true. And I mean, I don't know if you're gonna play it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I might, but Freedom Wars Remastered.
Ooh, I was thinking about it because I wanted to play it like back in the day on like the PSP, but like who had a PSP back then? Come on.
I did. Hello, hello. What-
I mean, more people had that than the Vita at
oh
least,
yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
something.
That is true. But a lot of people I know, like a lot of my friends that did have a PSP, they had it so that they could play like Super NES games on it.
Every single one I knew had it for like the exact same reason, and like they downloaded Final Fantasy VII. They didn't
Yeah,
buy any game.
right. Yeah, they just got it to play all the old PS1 RPGs.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
but then yeah, so the other games coming out in February. February 20th is Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in
I think that's gonna be cool.
Hawaii. I love that series. Lost Records Bloom and Rage. That is the Life is Strange Don't Nod developers, like the team that made Don't Strange Life is Strange, they're not making anymore. They didn't make
Yeah, I
this
saw
new
that.
one, which I guess the new one people said that the first two episodes were great and then the rest were just like
Yeah,
abysmal.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
So
it to me. It kind of takes like a high turn,
yeah.
not for the good.
So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, and plus we got what the Game Awards in next week.
But yeah, next week we'll probably talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, it's gonna be a weird Game Awards for me because I literally haven't played any of the Game of the Year nominees. There's a couple I want to play, just haven't got around to them yet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like whatever, I guess, for that award. But I mostly watch that just to see the commercials, and even then, I don't really like the commercials. But we're
And
gonna be there watching.
yeah.
We'll probably making fun of it, but
And
we'll see how it goes.
yeah, my personal game of the year. I don't even know
Um,
if it was nominated. Do you know what it is? My personal game of the year?
no, I don't, because
Uh,
I was gonna guess out of the listed the choices was gonna be a Balacho, but you just said it wasn't
I'll give
listed,
you a
so
hint.
I don't know.
This should clear it up. You'll if it's one of those games where, um, so far at least it's my game of the year. Indiana Jones could take it. We'll see. But it's one of those games. If you don't guess it when I tell you, you'll be like, oh, that's what it was. It is
Okay.
a game that came out in early access this year.
Oh, okay. So are we
Yes.
going to Hades too? Are we going to that?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going
It's an
to? Okay.
indie game. Yeah.
Okay. Indie game. Indie game. It's not Hades too.
It is Hades 2. Yeah.
Oh,
Is
it is.
Hades
Oh, okay.
is Hades 2 nominated for game of the year? I didn't even I don't remember.
Well, no, because it's early access. Technically, they shouldn't be nominated, but like Fortnite got nominated 1 year before it was, so whatever for these
Yeah. I mean,
nominations.
sometimes they're like as long as it has a review, it can be count. I guess something like that.
Yeah, because
I mean, they got
like now,
DLC counting as game of the year.
yeah,
You know.
now we have DLC counting, so yeah, it's whatever. I guess anything goes. Last year we had the indie game that wasn't the indie game. It wasn't even an indie game. But we'll see how it goes. I guess. Uh, I'm not too invested this time around. I mean, I'm never really too invested for like the actual awards. But you know, I guess we'll see what happens. Because I think it would be kind of crazy if the DLC does win, even if it is good.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, Hades so far. Love Hades. I almost cursed. I was like, I almost said I would love Hades, but yeah, Hades too, so good. Um, and yeah, I there's a lot of games coming out yet. We actually, I think we're only what like a couple from the time we're recording this. There's only a few hours until the PC game show or something that they're having. And
Yeah, I'd probably pull that up and I have it on
yeah,
because I don't mind watching the PC gaming show. It's just it does run a bit slow pace.
yeah, yeah, it does. It's kind of like one of where they just kind of talk to the developers and it's stuff. It's fine, but it's not something that you would just watch to be like, oh, let's see what announcements they have. It's one of those things that you might watch back later and then watch the trailers or the announcements.
Yeah,
Um,
with things you actually want to see.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think one of the games was The Thing remastered. It might be there. It's supposed to be there in like a shit quote unquote
Mm.
shadow drop.
Oh, okay.
But it kind of got given away because I think Microsoft put it in like new releases this week and had it listed as today. So we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes. Yeah,
Okay. I guess that's showing up. Yeah.
and they
I think
updated the
even
store page to say on Steam that it is now Steam Deck compatible. So it's like they got that in there, and then
yeah, because a lot of these stores they do noon Eastern. I think is when they update.
yeah.
So
Um,
sometimes you find stuff out that way.
so yeah, um, I can say GeForce Now is not going to have Marvel Rivals there in January, but I
Oh god.
won a PlayStation 5, so once that gets delivered, I'll be playing a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
Marvel Rivals. Um,
That was a big event for you.
oh yeah,
What last week?
yeah,
You didn't even
last
get to talk
week,
about it.
yeah, I think it was Rogue Games. They had a giveaway for a PS5, and then they messaged me on Thanksgiving at like 2 in the morning to be like, "Hey, you won! Congratulations!"
I
And
know.
so yeah, I
That's
got
such
it.
a good win, you know?
Yeah, PlayStation 5 digital because I had one, then I didn't have one. Now I'm gonna have one again, um, and so I'll be playing um, the Marvel Rivals over there, which is like 3D Overwatch kind of. But the one thing I will say for anyone that does maybe plan on playing it, just know this: the game has cross-play, but it does not have cross progression. So where
Ooh.
they said that they will add it later, but they don't have it. It's going to play on Steam Deck, but I'm going to be playing it on PS5 because um on the PS5 there's like like if you play the PS5 version, you get an exclusive Spider-Man skin, and so you get that. Plus, there's like another skin that you can get
Of
through,
course it's Spider-Man.
uh, right? Yeah. Um, then so the stuff that you get, you just gotta plan on playing it on one system where you get your progression because it's going to be different on every system. And then when you um, when they do add progression, you it will ask you which one is your primary and kind of like take most of the stuff from that. So you just got to be careful when that happens. But yeah, that is out today, later tonight. Marvel Rivals, I'll be playing that, and Indiana Jones probably next week. And who knows,
Mm.
Mel could be playing anything. Not
Yeah.
Indiana Jones because it's first person, but
Oh no. I'm very disappointed with that. I hate the fact that it's first person because I like the Indiana Jones movies. You know, I think they're cool.
yeah.
Maybe not like some of these later ones, but the good
Well,
ones.
yeah, yeah. Plus, plus on top of that, they have um, the way they have it set up is um, it's kind of like you're going around solving puzzles and stuff too. Like the puzzles are such an aspect of the game that they have two different difficulty settings, one for combat and one for puzzles. So they ask you like how hard you want the puzzles to be, how hard you want the combat to be.
Oh,
And
that's candy.
yeah, easy and easy, thank you. I'm just trying to play a little Indiana Jones. But yeah,
You just want to be Indian.
but yeah, usually I'll just do default on both of those, like whatever they think is the default, and go there.
I
Um,
I try to do the default for most stuff. If it's a genre I'm really like into, like maybe like an SRPG, I go hard and up, you know. But yeah, for typically I try to do the normal stuff, or at least how the game was intended to play. So
right, yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, all right. Well, this has been episode 6 of Alt.
yeah, we kind of messed up last week. Well, last time, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Um, all right. Well, yeah. Last week I think I said it was episode 4, but it was really episode 5. I think I even titled it episode 4. Yeah, we all know it's episode 5 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I counted. But yeah. Mel, do you want anyone to find? Where can they find you? Do you want them to
I
find you?
mean, you can find me on the typical place, I guess.
Yeah, you know where to
I haven't
find
been
her.
posting too much because it's a pain now. It's just a hassle.
Yeah, yeah,
But
you,
I'm there.
yeah, exactly. You can find me on Super Nintendo on pretty much everything. Um, I actually am at right now I'm at 4,996 subscribers
Oh
on
come
YouTube.
on!
I'm 4
Give
away.
him, give him the four.
I posted a YouTube short yesterday and it got like 19 views. And then
Yeah.
since the podcast started, it just got 2,000 views. And I went from
Oh, look at us. You're looking good.
4,990 views to 4,996 subscribers. So, um, yeah,
There you go.
that worked out. And yeah, um, I we will be back next week, and
Yeah.
I don't see any reason
Mm,
why we wouldn't. And we'll be talking about more games to discover. Toodaloo.
yeah. See ya.